Chapter 17 The Journey. With name of the God, the Almighty, the Merciful. Glory the One who travelled with His servant a night from the mosque, the sanctified, to the mosque, the Aqsa, the one we bless around it, to our showing Him from our signs. Surely He the listener, the watcher. And we brought Moses the book, and we made it guidance to sons of Israel. Surely don't you take from other than me a disposer. Progeny of those we carried with Noah, surely he is a servant thankful. And we decided to sons of Israel in the book, to your surely warring in the earth twice, and to your sure highness, highness great. So when came promise, first of them both, we brought out over you servants to us, with war severe, but they entered between the homes, and was a promise fulfilled. Then we turned to you the turn over them, and we added you with wealth and sons, and we made you much numbers. If you good to your souls, and if you evil, but to her. But when comes promise, the other, to their maligning your faces, and to their entering the mosque, like what they entered it first time, and to their destroying what high destruction. Maybe your Lord, that He mercies you, and if you turn back, we will return, and we make hell to the rejectors difficult. Surely this, the Qur'an, it guides to which hair firmer, and it informs the believers, those they do the righteousness, surely to them reward great. And surely those, not they believe with the hereafter, we prepare to them punishment grievous. And He calls the man with the evil, his calling with the good, and is the man hasty. And we make the night and the day two signs, but we cover signs of the night, and we make signs of the day visible, to your seeking grace from your Lord, and to your knowing count of the years and the account. And everything we distinguish it distinguishing, and every man we mandate him his flying in his neck, and we will take out to him day of the standing a book, it will be thrown him spread out. Read your book, enough with your soul the day over you account. One guided, but surely what he guides to his soul, and one astray, but surely what he astray over her, and not she carries weight of other, and not we are to be punishing till we bring out a messenger. And when we intend that we destroy a city, we command affluent of her, so they rebel in her, but true over her the saying, so we destroy her destroying. and how many we destroyed from the generations from after Noah, and enough with your Lord with crimes of his servants, awareness, sight. One who is, he wanting the haste, we make haste to him, in her what we wish. To one we want, then we make to him hell, he thrown her blamed, rejected. And one who intends the hereafter, and strives to her, her striving, and he believer, but those is their striving thanked. All we will add, these and these, from giving of your Lord, and not is giving of your Lord lost. Look how we grace some of them over others, and to be the hereafter greater ranks and greater grace. Don't you make with the God other, but you will sit blamed, forsaken. And decided your Lord, surely don't you serve except to him, and with the two parents, goodness, of what they surely reach with you, the old age, one of them both, or both of them. But don't you say to them both, fie, and don't you let them both flow, and say to them both, sayings honored, and lower to them both wing of the humility from the mercy, and say, Lord, mercy them both, like what they took care of me, small. Your Lord knows with what in your souls, if you be righteous, but surely he is to the turners forgiving. And bring with the close one his truth, and the poor, and on the path, and don't you be spendthrift, spendthrifty. Surely the spendthrifts, they are brothers of the Satans, and is the Satan to his Lord a rejecter. And of what you surely turn over them seeking mercy from your Lord, you expecting her, but say to them sayings easy. And don't you make your hands tied to your neck, and don't you extend both all the extending, but you sit blamed, woeful. Surely your Lord, he extends the sustenance to one he wishes, and he measures. Surely he is with his servants, aware, watching. And don't you kill your children, fearing shortage. Us, we sustain them, and to you. Surely killing them is a fault great. And don't you near the adultery, surely it is lewdness and evil path. And don't you kill a soul which sanctifies the God, except with the truth. And one killed wrongly, but have we made to his inheritor authority. But not he trespass in the killing, surely he is helped. And don't you near wealth of the orphan, except with which hair better, till he reaches his strength, and complete with the promise, surely the promise is questioned. And complete the weight, when you weigh, balance with the justice, the constant. That better and good explanation. And don't you consult what not to you with it, knowledge. Surely the hearing and the sight and the intellect, all those are over him to be questioned. And don't you walk in the earth proudly, surely you, not you break the earth, and not you reach the mountains' tallness. All that is it evil, with your Lord hated. That from what inspires to you your Lord from the wisdom. And don't you make with the God other, but you will be thrown in hell, blamed, rejected. Does but choose to you your Lord with the sons, and takes from the angels females, surely you to your saying a saying great. And already we turn in this, the Quran, to their sure reminder, and not it adds them except running. Say, if are with him gods like what they say, then to their seeking too with the throne a path. Glory him, and high over what they say, highness great. Glorify to him the heavens, the seven, and the earths, and those in them. And if from a thing, except it glorifies with his praise, and but not you comprehend their glorification, surely he is forbearing, forgiving. And when you read the Quran, we make between you and between those not they believe with the hereafter a barrier invisible. And we make over their hearts shields that they comprehend it, and in their ears heaviness. And when you remind of your Lord in the Quran, one of him, they turn over their backs running. We know with what they listening with it. Behold, they listen to you, and behold, they meet. Behold, they say, the wrongdoers, if you follow, except a man mystified. Look how they strike to you the examples, but they astray, but not they capable of a path. And they say, is when we are bones and dust, are we surely to be brought out a creation new? Say, be stones or iron, or creation from what it greater in your chests. But soon they will say, who? He will return us. Say, the one who originated you first time. But soon they will lower to you their heads, and they will say, where he? Say, maybe that he be close. A day he calls you, but you will strive answering with his praise, and you will think, if you tarried, except little. And say to my servants, they say which hear better, surely the Satan, he blurs between them. Surely the Satan is to the man an enemy clear. Your Lord aware with you, if he wishes, he mercies you, or if he wishes, he punishes you. And not we sent you over them a disposer. And your Lord aware with those in the heavens and the earths. And already we graced some of the prophets over others, and we brought David psalms. Say, call those you fancy from other than him, but not they control, cleansing the evil over you and not modifying. They those, they calling, they seeking to their Lord the connection, which of them closer, and they expect His mercy, and they fear His punishment. Surely punishment of your Lord is to be warned of. And if from cities, except we will destroy them before day of the standing, or will punish them punishment severe, is that in the book written. And not we stop, that we send with the signs, except that falsified with them the first. And we brought Thamud, the Nakata, visible, but they wronged with her. And not we send with the signs, except frightening. And behold, we said to you, surely your Lord encompasses with the mankind. And not we made the vision which we showed you, except trial to the mankind, and the tree, the announced in the Quran. And we frighten them, but not it adds them, except transgression great. And behold, we said to the angels, prostrate to Adam. So they prostrated, except Iblis. He said, do I prostrate to one you created sulfur? He said, do you see this, the one you honored over me? If you delay me to day of the standing, to my surely suppressing his progeny, except a few. He said, go, but one who follows you from them, but surely hell you're repaying, repaying to be completed. And take out those you able from them with your voice, and attack over them with your runners and your walkers, and partner them in the wealth and the children, promise them. And not he promises them, the Satan, except deception. Surely my servants, not to you over them authority, and enough with your Lord disposing. Your Lord the one, He pushes to you the ships in the sea, to your seeking from His grace. Surely He is with you merciful. And when touches you the evil in the sea, astray those you call, except to Him. But when saves you to the land, you turn away. And is the man a rejecter? Are but you safe, that he covers with you side of the land, or he sends over you a form, then not you finding to yourselves a disposer? Or you safe, that he returns you in it a turn other, but he sends over you a whirlwind from the wind, but he drowns you with what you rejected? Then not you finding to yourselves over us with him a trade? And already we honored sons of Adam, and we carried them in the land and the sea, and we sustained them from the good, and we graced them over much from those we created, gracing. A day we call all mankind with their leaders, but one brought his book with his right, but those, they will read their book, and not their wronged slightest. And one who is in this blind, but he in the hereafter blind, and astray of path. And if they could, to their trying you over what we inspire to you, to your inventing over us other than it, and then not you taking a friend. And if not that we strengthened you, already you would, you lean towards them a thing little. Then to our making you taste weakness of the life and weakness of the death, then not you finding to yourself over us a helper. And if they could, to their taking you away from the earth, to their exiling you from her, and then not their tarrying behind you except a little. Method of those have we sent before you from our messengers, and not will you find to our method modification. Make constant the prayer to falling of the sun, to covering of the night, and Qur'an of the dawn. Surely Qur'an of the dawn is witnessed. And from the night, but you struggle with it, extra to you. Maybe that He brings you out, your Lord, a station praised. And say, Lord, admit me entrance of truth, and take me out exit of truth, and make to me from your side authoritative help. And say, comes the truth, and destroyed the wrong. Surely the wrong is destroyed. And we send down from the Qur'an what it cleanses, and mercy to the believers, and not it adds the wrongdoers except loss. And when we favor over the man, turns wiles with his side, and when touches him the evil, is he despairing. Say, each he does over his character, but your Lord aware with one, He better guided a path. And they ask you over the Spirit. Say, the Spirit from command of my Lord, and not brought you from the knowledge except a little. And if we wished, to our surely going away with what we inspire to you, then not you finding to yourself with Him over us a disposer. Accept mercy from your Lord, surely His grace is over you great. Say, if got together the men and the demons, over that they bring with example of this, the Qur'an, not they coming with its example, and if are some of them to others backers. And already we turn to the mankind in this, the Qur'an, from all examples, but refuse most of the mankind except rejecting. And they say, not we believe to you till you flow to us from the earth springs, or she be to you a garden from dates and grapes, but you flow the rivers between her, flowing. Or you make fall the heaven like what you fancy over us, a form. Or you come with the God and the angels facing. Or it be to you a home from beauty, or you rise in the heaven, and not we believe to your reading, till you send down over us a book, we read it. Say, glory my Lord, I am, except a conscious being messenger, and not stops the mankind that they believe. Behold, comes to them the guidance, except that they say, has brought out the God a conscious being messenger. Say, if were in the earth angels, they walking, surely be tranquil to our sending down over them from the heaven angel messengers. Say, enough with the God witnessing between me and between you. Surely He is with His servants, aware, watching. And one He guides, the God, but He the guided. And those He makes astray, but not will you find to them protectors from other than Him. And we will gather them day of the standing over their faces, blind and dumb and deaf, their abode hell. All of what she subsides, we will add them fire. That their repaying, with surety they reject with our signs. And they say, is when we are bones and dust, are we surely to be brought out, a creation new? Or not they see, surely the God, the one who created the heavens and the earths, powerful over that He create their example, and makes to them a term, no doubt in it, but refuse the wrongdoers, except rejecting. Say, if you were, you controlling treasures of mercy of my Lord, then to your stopping, fearing the spending, and is the man miserly. And already we brought Moses 9 signs clear. But ask sons of Israel, behold, came to them, but said to him Pharaoh, surely I, to my thinking you, O Moses, to be mystified. He said, already you know, naught sends down these, except Lord of the heavens and the earth's sights. And surely I, to my thinking you, O Pharaoh, to be destroyed, but intended that he take them away from the earth. So we drowned him and those with him altogether. And we said from after him to sons of Israel, establish the earth, but when comes promise, the other, we will come with you together. And with the truth we send it down, and with the truth sent down. And not we sent you, except informer and warner. And a Qur'an, we separate it, to your reading it over the mankind, over stoppages. And we send it down, sending down. Say, believe with it, or not you believe. Surely those brought the knowledge from before it, when it read over them, they fall towards the chins, prostrating. And they say, glory our Lord, if is promise of our Lord to be fulfilled. And they fall towards the chins, they crying, and it adds them humility. Say, call the God, or call the Almighty, whatever what you call, but to Him the names, the good. And don't you be open with your prayer, and don't you be whispering with her, and seek between that a path. And say, the praise to God the One, not he takes sons, and not it is to him partner in the kingship, and not it is to him protector from the humiliation, and grandify him grandifying.